Hello, everyone. This is Vive Quickterm, the quoting and enrollment tool for term insurance utilized here at Insurance Advisors Direct. So, this will be your portal. When you log on, you'll be able to see your cases and quotes that are submitted. So, if you want to know what carriers there are available on this platform, if you go to carriers and products, it will show you all the options here. Corebridge banner says Hattie John Hancock, Lincoln, the Citted Life, Protective Life, Principal, and Prudential in the term lengths of 10 years all the way up to 40 years. So, how to start in order, I'll go through an example for you here. Many quick got to start in order. That's when you're actually starting a quote. This is where you'll type in your client's information here, like you would anywhere else. So, everything on this portal, it's important to note, these are required to have a red asterisk. They're right here, okay? So you can see middle initial here does not have a red asterisk. That means it's not required, or it is quote. So there's no need to put that in. You can move through here, put your client information here. And then we get to the coverage. It'll ask you some simple questions, so like a replacement. Are you replacing a current term policy they have out there, or is this new coverage? Is this going to be business or personal? And then you can add the death benefit amount here. And there are 3 categories here to put in death benefits. So you can do multiple quotes. You can also select different numbers of years. For this example, we're just going to do 250,000 20-year term. Okay. Now, you're welcome to use the alpha analyzer to get more in depth with the underwriting estimation for your client. More often than not, agents are going to use either non-tobacco, tobacco, and they're going to select one of the 4. Okay, so I would recommend A165 plus. You cannot go below above a standard plus. Younger folks, depending on their health, well, you can guess what they've told you. You could rate them a preferred. And then they do have some riders available here if the client wants them. So when you hit continue, it's going to take a second, but it will populate your quote here with all the carriers I showed you previously. So here's the quote layout sheet. There's a number of things you can do with this. You can bring it off into a PDF format or paper, hand out to the client. This is in person. You can also share your quotes, so that could be via email or text to give them the spread of carriers' prices. So when we look through here, I'll build piece by piece. Next scheme would always need. Number 1's going to be carrier. It's going to show you Prudential right here. Okay, so Prudential's kind of at the top. And that name, not necessarily the end price value, it's that Monica. It's going to tell you the term name, the product name. It's going to show you the years that you chose, what you rated that. And then it's going to give you a score. This is going to have a number of features involved in the financial strength of the company, the conversion options, needing candidate's term be converted to permanent insurance. Some of the product's features will play effect. AU, eligibility and probability, is a big one you want to look at. AU stands for accelerated underwriting, eligibility and probability. Now, don't look at the 100 out of 100. If you actually want to look at the probability for your client based on the information you put in that's going to get accelerated underwriting, you're going to look at that second column below AU, eligibility and probability. Should be Chiaro, be right there at 65%. But it needs there's a 65% chance your client is going to qualify for accelerated underwriting. That means no mental questions, no exam, and they're just going to come out the whole kit and caboodle. So that's what that means. So they take that into effect when they rate which company they recommend or the system does. So as you can see, for instance, CAC Life is indeed slightly cheaper, but the score is not quite as high for conversion features and product features. So if you do want to let's by price, you can do that by just clicking the price icon, and it will tell you who's going to be the cheapest, who's going to be the most expensive. Otherwise, it's going to default to score. We're just going to look at the product more holistically. So let's say I'm the client, I wanted to form with you with Prudential. I like the price. I like the fact I might get accelerate underwriting. Just hit next. And this has been an application. Now it's a brief one. Again, the red asterisks are required. If it doesn't have a red asterisk, it's not required. So you'll go over here, you'll put in all your clients' info, such as where the premium's coming from, some help questions, some beneficiary information. From there, you're going to hit continue. And then if you look up here, next step would be order reviews. So you're going to look over the app you put together, make sure it's in good order, and then you're going to submit it. And that goes right to the carrier. So this is a brief example of our one-stop shop for quoting and enrolling term insurance and insurance advisors direct.